What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. We are here again with another, I think this is now episode 5 of your Football Manager playthrough. Really enjoying it, to be fair. So let's jump straight back in to try and remember where we were last time. Right, so this is where we were. Let me just have a little refresh because it's been a while since I've had a look at this. So we've sorted the squad out. We know our starting 11 are going to be currently with the current squad. We also know the backups, 1 to 11, but we're missing a central centre-back. We've got our personal view on. I'm going to just save that and export the current view. That's the one. Ramble squad view. Save. Exported successfully. Because I think we did a little tweak, didn't we, last time from memory. So I haven't touched this. I've just left it on, actually, so it'll look like I've been playing game for hours and hours and hours, and really we haven't. We've only spent the time that we've been together on it. So, one thing I didn't look at last time was look at some of these wages. Brewster's our highest earner. We've offered George a contract on parity with these lads at the top of the tree. Jordan Egan is hopefully going to accept a wage cut. Can't remember what that was going to be. Click to change it and we don't, so it's 25k. Okay, so we'll save £5 there. Right, we're not in a position to sell Bash or anything like that. Get these lads into under 21s because this is just my first team, I believe. So move them to under 21s. Izzy Koulibaly, what's his agreed playing time? A fringe player, so he won't mind being in under 21s to keep up with his game time. Okay, I like that. A little tip that I received, shout out to people that have been giving me the tips. We have got some clauses active. I know I've offered Jerome Boateng a trial. Looking forward to seeing if he wants to accept that. So some clauses. This is where you look at, and this isn't, it's not new to this version, I don't think. I'm sure I've seen it previously. If you look at the little pound signs here, that is where we can cash in on a clause that we've already got live. So, for example, players that have come in. Villa have an agreement to buy the player back for 38 million. That's in the game. I think there's a few other things to think about. Sander Berger, sell on clause of 20% on the profit made from his next transfer, signed for 12 million. So anything over 12 million, we'll get 20% of that. Competition bonus will be due 1.5 million if Burnley avoid relegation from the Prem. Interesting. 300k after another 10 league appearances. Oh, so it's incremental payments for Sander. So we're owed another 4 instalments at 2 million each. That's good. That's how a lot of deals are done now, to be fair. Liverpool can buy Irian Brewster back for 40 million. You can have him for 20. Sell on clause. £10 million sign-on fee for David Brooks. Anything over 20%. The ones I'm interested in, though, here, 25% of his next transfer fee will be owed to Sheffield United. That's interesting, isn't it? Oliver Burke. I can sell this clause. Your board have negotiated a potential buyout fee of this clause. If you choose to sell the clause, you'll receive £101,000. And that will, I think, go straight into my budget because we're owed 50k after another 8 league goals and 50k after another 15 league appearances. 25% of his next transfer fee will also be owed to us. What's he rated at? Between 50 and 500k. So 25% of that isn't going to break the bank, is it? We could cash in early on that. I think I'm going to do that. Let's get 100k in the budget. Will Lancashire, that's interesting. We'll be due 500k after 10 league appearances, which he'll be nowhere near making at the minute. He's only a young lad. We'll be due 50k per game for the next 10 league appearances as well. So that's £1 million right there for his first 10 games. 10% of his next transfer fee, not profit on, 10% of his next transfer fee will be owed to Sheffield United. Your board has negotiated a potential buyout fee for this clause. If you choose to sell the clause, you'll receive 800 grand for Will Lancashire. Now, I really rate him, and it's a long game, this one, isn't it? He's wanted on loan only by Ches. Oh, well, I suppose a couple in League 2. He'd do really well at League 2 level, I think. Can't believe we had to sell this lad. Such a good player. I'm not going to sell that yet, but I want to see what's happened to my budget. Has that affected my budget at all? Finances? Yeah, it's gone straight into my transfer kitty. That's good. So with the with the wage offers and things of that nature, I've committed my spending to over my budget. I need to find another 15k. So if I can adjust my budget with that extra 100k, no, I only saved myself £2 a week. So we need to sell one of these lads then, don't we now? We need to sell a player. So I'm going to be over budget because of my daft contract wranglings. Or I can ask the board for more money, but they won't. On day one, they're not going to accept any of these. From my experience, I know I've requested a coaching course, but we shall see. So I think we've done plenty in terms of getting us ready for. Have I done this? Have I had a look at? I know we've had a look at Boateng. We've been looking at centre midfield. Let's just have a little look. I know we can't afford anybody, so I don't know why I'm teasing myself, but I'm going to have a little look at everybody that's unattached. So we'll come with no transfer fee and just somebody that we can be interested in. Oh, Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard in this team. Does he give us a chance? Ask the agent about availability. We're keen on signing Jesse Lingard and we'd like to know more. We're looking at a few players right now, but we'd be keen to know if Jesse Lingard is interested in joint. Yes, that's the one. I'm pleased to hear you have some interest in signing Jesse. He's very keen on signing for Sheffield United. Still, I'm not prepared to tell you everything we're looking for at this stage. So he's going to be looking for a wage in the realms of what our existing highest earners are looking at. Now he's 30 years old. Thanks, there's a lot of interest from yours. I know there's a lot of interest from your side, but I'm not sure about the demands. We need more time to think. That's the sensible one. Okay, should we offer him a trial? We don't have to pay anything for bringing him on trial. I'll have him for 4 weeks and see if in that time we can sell somebody, and if he fits in our system, see how he gets on with the dynamics. I suppose we can look at things like that. If he fits in our system, then we'll do it. So the other thing I wanted to look at was, we haven't done staff responsibilities yet, and where is the training? Here we go, training. I know I'm supposed to take you through training inductions, but wow. Plan the general training for the first team. I can't do stuff like this. Individual first team training, backroom staff, plan general training for youth squads, and individual training for youth squads. So my coach is going to do that. Look, that already it's improved how we do things because I'm not the one in charge. So I just tended to ask the assistant to assign duties, and it looks like it's already been done. So yeah, we're good with that. It looks we still need some help on set pieces. We've got Stuart McCall looking at him at the minute. I'm not entirely sure he's best set up for that. Might be something when we bring the new coaches in, we'll have another look at it. Okay, so just last one on staffing before we move on. I'm just going to go through all the staff assignments because I want to make sure that the duties are in line with what I want. So you see that on staff and recruitment and things like that, renewing contracts, I have got all responsibility over that. I choose the coaches that come in. You can choose to delegate, for example, and it automatically puts Del Geary there, but there's also, we could put some of the board members there that looks at the loan manager's contract, but it's going to be me that does that. So advice, this is slightly different. Staff meeting frequency every month. You can have it never, which is good because sometimes it gets annoying. Analyst report frequency, let's keep that every month for now. Player targets frequency. Yeah, we'll have that every week so far while transfer window's open. Mitch is going to be the one to give me advice on player recruitment and provide scout feedback. He is the chief scout after all. We're getting development advice from Macca at the moment, but I'm going to switch that to Del Geary. Provides player reports. Stuart McCall, yeah, is the assistant. Gaffer, give him his due. Youth development information. I think again, rather than Jackie Lester, I'm going with Del Geary because look at Jack Lester's stats, they're not quite up there with Del in terms of the youth development. Loan feedback. We're going to have a loan manager come in, so that'll change going forward. Coaching. Now, I'm reluctant to do this because this season it's been atrocious, but on the stats, Mark Hudson's the one. Staffing advice, it's got to be McCall, hasn't it? It's got to be McCall for now. So we'll confirm those before we move on to the next one, which is scouting. And at the moment, Mitch is the man because we're limited, really, in our options. If we bring in a technical director, that might change. If we bring in more scouts in terms of, I don't know how good Stephen Hancock is meant to be. 11s, not great. So we'll see. We'll see. I like to, when we scout a player, I like to add him to the shortlist indefinitely, and I like to scout him until we know everything about him. So that's what I'm changing there. Transfers and contracts, really important. I've got full say over transfers for all levels of the team. Just call me Chris Wilder. Contract, I'm in control of that. We've already done our transfer offerings. I want all media responsibilities, but I don't want training responsibilities, so that's good. I'm happy with everything so far. Tactical advice. So essentially this is how we set up in terms of pre-game, what to focus on, which players will focus where, I believe, stuff like that. So tactical advice, McCall's going to do that for me. Thank you, Macca. Match days. Now, normally, I'm not that bothered about managing through friendlies. In fact, I'm not going to manage friendlies. I'm more interested in getting to the absolute meat and veg of it all. So I'm handling touchline instructions and team talks, but Stuart McCall's going to guide the team through the friendly games. That's just my preference. Michael Collins rightly handles the 21s, and Matt Thorpe the 18s. Confirm that. In the last game, or the one before, I can't remember it. It used to be that if you didn't confirm on every page, you'd lose it. So set piece tactics. I'm down to handle the set piece tactics in the team. We're going to give that to Macca. We might even give it to the under 18s coach. That I don't know whether we'll be able to, because of it under 18s actually. But it was Leicester's ex, Willie Knudsen. Anyway, we'll see how that goes for now. And I think that is us just about there. Apologies if I've forgotten anything. I want to see us first up. Oh, well, we're playing our own second 11, aren't we? But as a blade, we know who does what. Then we've got another 5 friendlies after that before starting away at Everton. Interesting, this isn't the same. I'd have assumed they would have had the actual fixture lists for this season, but they haven't, so that's fine. We start off away at Everton. So, with that being said, let's get cracking. Must respond. I've obviously forgotten to do something somewhere. Technical director, no, we don't want to work with Ben Manga. Who else have we been talking to that I don't want to work with? Let's go. Social feed, you're of course free to make any, okay. Training schedule changes due to fixture changes. I've adjusted the training plan, says Macca. That's absolutely fine. Monthly staff meeting. Send players on an intensive language course and look at the high potential players. Staffing also. Yeah, let's have a look, see what they've got to say. We should send Vinny Souza on a 26-week intensive course to learn English, as he's only got a basic grasp of the language. Absolutely. He's an important player, is Vinny. Let's do that. Jayden Bogle's been developing really well lately. Could end up being a key player for us. Yeah, that's why I've offered him a really good contract. The way Harry Boyes has been developing lately looks to become just as good, if not better, than Jack Robinson. Oh my word, if that's the bar. I have the increasing opinion that Harrison Neal has the potential to become a quality player at the club, perhaps slightly surpassing the ability of our third best central midfielder, Anis Slimani. Okay, that's good, thank you. We don't have an under-21s assistant manager, I know that, but we offered it to Ali McCoist, so let's... Coaching department currently has capacity. I like just having a look at who they suggest, to be honest. John Goodman, not to be confused with the terrible Don Goodman. I like the look of this. They are some stats, them, aren't they? So I'll add him to the shortlist, but at the moment, our head of youth development is Del Geary. Del's the boy, but if he'll accept an under-21s fitness coach role. Oh, now you're talking. Got to be an assistant and a coach, surely. Right, here we go. Johnny Goodman is coming in as our fitness coach for the under-21s, and I'm happy to tie him down with a 16 plus everything else that he offers. And he loves it. He absolutely loves it. So this is why it's worth having a look. So what does Gary Phillips look like? Yeah, not as good. And he's contracted. John Goodman wasn't, was he? No, he's unemployed. That's good. And he's previously been, what's he previously been? Sports scientist. A bit of a man of many talents. Fitness coach at Leeds. Ugh. Head of youth development at MK Dons last. Okay. Now he's going to be our under-21s fitness coach, like that. Matt Crocker, I'm not interested in director of football, but look at Stuart Webber's stats. Oh. He's at Norwich still, obviously. Mark Bowen at Reading. So these are all, they only want to be director of football. Oh, he'd be a technical director, would he? That's not bad. That's not bad. Mark Crocker. Whoa, wowzers, Mark Crocker. I don't want a director of football. Having said that, your stats are outstanding. So fair play to you, Matty. There we go. Look, some more standouts here. It'd help improve our physio department. So we've got a 17er there. Have we got room? Oh, an under-21s physio. You cheeky monkey. I thought you were going to come in. Look, that's a 13, you see. For Zuba. So if we can get a 17er for us under-21s, I think we're absolutely laughing, aren't we? So let's 50% wage decrease. We'll try him on a really cheeky offer, which he doesn't want to take. We'll go 800 quid. That's alright. So we're happy with that. James Ross, I'm sorry James, you're not going to make it now, particularly because you're employed. Was Dave Singleton employed? No, he wasn't. This is why. It's always worth coming to these meetings. Employed, not bothered. David Hunt, 19. Employed at Birmingham, so it'd cost me 75k to get him out of his contract, and we're fully staffed. So even though he's a very good prospect potentially to come and join us, we'll have him on our staff list indefinitely, shortlist. So the sports scientist at Norwich, Alex Popple, and what the recommendation is better than sports scientist Lee McMahon. Yes, he is, because Lee's only a 13, whereas Alex is a 16. But again, it's going to cost me money to get him out. I think we have him on the shortlist for as and when we have a little bit spare cash. And another 18 physio, but contracted to Watford till the end of the season. Okay, that's the end of the meeting. I'm happy with that. Must respond to meeting frequency every month. Yeah, I still want it every month. That's not changed. Who am I responding to? Oh, it's because I've opened contract talks, roughly. Jerome Boateng, happy to come on trial to United. 34-year-old, but he's coming in as a backup, hopefully on a one-year deal if we can get it sorted. And Jesse Lingard's coming as well. So Jerome Boateng, a regular starter, but maybe past his best. Wowzers. Looking at the squad. Via ability, look at these two lads that have come in on trial, and they're automatically going to be our top two players. Jesse Lingard would be some signing for us. I'm not saying in real life. Okay, these are the available games that Jesse's got, because Jerome's only here for a week. Those are the two games that he's eligible for. That's okay. So I'm not going to even mess about looking at contract terms at the moment, because so you need a work permit, which is interesting. Very keen to join, so I can offer a contract straight away. Right, okay. We're going to scout this game and just see if there's anybody that meets our fancy, but it doesn't look like. Looking at some of those names, Jonathan Page, Fiddle O'Rourke, I'm not entirely convinced that we'll get anybody out of that. What? Come on, Prince. Willing to listen to me if you believe I can put forward a decent argument, I'm going to convince him. Convince. On balance, we can't bring ourselves to take that chance. The lack of ambition you're showing is very disappointing. That's unfair. We want nothing but the best for the club. If this request isn't granted, I can see the club being left behind by our rivals. We aren't willing to grant your request. The club is doing well enough for the time being. No, but I have to think about my future, Prince Abdullah. Come on, we're friends. Insist. I must insist. You can ask as much as you like. It's not going to do any good. Okay. I'm not going to threaten to resign because he'll just take it. I can't pretend that I'm not disappointed, but I do understand. Fine. Fine, if that's what you want to do. Code of conduct. These all look pretty harsh to me. So in preparation for the new season, club captain John Egan has presented us with a potential code of conduct. Oh, John Egan presents it. Free to make adjustments in the suggestions or opt out using the code of conduct altogether. I'm not opting out using the code of conduct. You can also ask Stuart McCall for his input. Let's ask Stuart McCall for his pick. He agrees with what Egan says. If that's what the team's willing to go with, we'll confirm it. Okay. Here we go. So, monthly stats for our loans. Compiled some injuries for the current crop of loans. Who's the best player out on loan? Ollie Arblaster by some stretch. Look at that. What is this contract situation? His contract expires at the end of the season. So, discuss new contract with agent. I'm not going to be too keen, even though I am very keen. I'm keen on renewing Ollie Arblaster's contract and would like to know more about what his demands would be. He'd want a wage of nearly $5,000 a week. Oh my goodness me. It was a 3-year deal. Okay, I'll have a think about it. He might not pull up any trees at Port Vale, and that might, even though I want him to do in real life obviously, but that might then, when you look at his stats and his current ability, he's decent, but not great. A lot of his mental stats are good. Physical's okay. Technical good. Okay. I do want him to sign a new deal, but I'm not going to offer him $5,000 a week yet. We need to free up some money in wage budget first, but I can't take my eyes off that potential. Alan Russell's been offered a contract by Forest. I don't know what deal we've offered him. I can't remember. If I go back into it, he's going to be under 21s manager there, but I think we've offered him a first team coaching role. I might be wrong. Meet the players. Now it'd be a good time to introduce yourself to the players and let them know what you expect from them. Introduce yourself to the squad. Okay. I want to take the opportunity to introduce myself to you as the new United manager. I'd like to introduce myself as your new manager and answer any questions that you may have, particularly if you're not familiar with me. Now, normally, because the overall meeting atmosphere already is negative, so I'm going to be quite open and basically say, I know that you don't know much about me. Let's go with that. So they're encouraged by that, you see. Your reputation is sure to increase if you meet expectations. I look forward to playing under your management, says Johnny Egan. Is that Johnny Egan that said it? I assume so. We've been highlighted. I'd like to talk about our Premier Division aims for the forthcoming season. And now let's discuss some promises I'm willing to make. I don't want to do that just in case I go down wrong lines. I'm on dodgy ground as it is. I'd like to talk about our FA Cup aims. No. Well, I've nothing else to talk about, so thank you again. That'll be all for now. Ask me anything. That'll be all. I also appreciate your collective support and adherence to the code of conduct. Thank you. So we're going to talk about our Premier Division aims, which they're all pleased about. Look, the positive atmosphere. I'm really feeling us this season. The league isn't going to know what's hit it, says John. Oh, well, I'm not. I'm hoping I'm about to sort of manage your expectations here. You want to see him first at 8 games, Johnny boy. So I don't want us to even contemplate relegation battle this season. Well, that's ridiculous. I'm very positive about our chances. I think we can beat the drop and stay in the division this season. I like that. I know we're expecting a tough season, but all I can ask is that you all work as hard as possible to avoid the drop. Okay. Because of the positive atmosphere, this is the real life one. We're expecting a tough season, and all I can ask is you all work as hard as possible to avoid the drop. But because of the positivity in the room, I'm very positive about our chances and think we can beat the drop and stay in this division this season. It's gone wrong. It's gone wrong. Come off it. We all know we're favourites for relegation this season, says Tom Davis. I'm going to back down. I might have been asking too much. All I can really expect from you is that you work as hard as possible to try and avoid the drop. Okay. Pulled it round, saved it. I'm pleased the expectations aren't particularly grand, as I feel the previous expectations were too ambitious. Alright. It was you that set me off on the wrong tone, Johnny Egan. That's what I wanted to hear. It's good to see there's some support in the dressing room for that idea. That's the sort of reaction I was hoping for, although I respect those that don't agree. Yeah, they all agree now, so come on. I'd like to talk to you about RFA Cup, blah, blah, blah. Nothing else to talk about, so thank you. I also appreciate your collective support and adherence to the Code of Conduct. I'm on a roll here. Satisfied with the Code of Conduct. I can't see it having a huge impact over the season. That's a great response, thank you. Now that we're all on the same page, I expect everyone to accept any disciplinary action that comes their way throughout the season. Overall, I'm sure this will be of benefit to everyone, even though some of you are unsure about it at the moment. No, nobody's unsure. Let's just be happy about it. And that's it. I've nothing else to talk about, so thank you again. That'll be all for now. Look at that. We've done it. The Player Whisperer, you received a positive reaction from a team meeting. So the managerial support is still very poor. Great. Maybe early doors, but we're going to take some convincing still. Davis didn't appreciate my expectations in the league. Neutral towards Egan. Appeared to be very well received. The conversation appeared to have a positive effect on several players' morale. Appeared to have a slightly positive effect on Fodring's morale. Oh, Wesley. Look at that. All going up. All the morale's going up. We're looking forward to the season. The dressing room atmosphere itself is excellent. That's good. Player targets and promises updates. Here's some information about target setting which can be very helpful when discussing performance or happiness issues with your players. You've not set any player targets or issued any promises. Regular updates will be delivered to your inbox based on your delivery frequency. Okay, so player targets, an effective negotiating tool that can be used to help improve performance and happiness of your players, as well as convincing them to put pen to paper during contract negotiations. Empowering players to be able to take charge of their own future can have very positive outcomes for the club. Okay, so is that like, I assume that's this season you're a regular starter, next season you're an important player, the season after you'll be a star player for us. Promises. When players are set performance-based targets, they will typically be accompanied by a promise that is fulfilled upon successful completion of the task, often something they've been asking for. Okay, makes sense. Change delivery frequency every week. Let's have a look at a monthly update for that. Player targets. Okay. Injury update. Funnily enough, no change from 2 days ago. Financial fair play regs. We won't be breaching any financial fair play rules. So here's our first press conference. Start it. Oh, there's a lot of people here. 12 journalists. Hi Jimmy, what's your initial thoughts on taking the Sheffield United job? I'm very excited. This is a great club and I can't wait to get stuck in. You stand here today unveiled as the new Blades manager. As a big fan of the club, surely this must be a dream come true. I've dreamt of this moment for years. Do you have the wage budget to bring in the players you need, or will you be talking to Managing Director Stephen Bettis to ask for a bigger budget? Ooh, you see, you're putting him on back foot already. I'm hoping for a discussion on that issue in the near future. It's a concern I might bring up at the next opportunity. I don't want to discuss club finances. The budget has been set at its current level for good reasons, and I don't think it would be helpful to demand more right now. Okay? I don't think simply throwing money at things is going to help. We have to be sensible and limits and not let players hold us to ransom either. I'm going to say this one. I know the budget. I took the job on knowing the budget. Do you feel that your ambitions for the club are matched by the owner? Absolutely. I've no doubt that the owner has the club's best interests at heart, and the fans are fortunate to have such an ambitious mind running things. Or we can dampen it down a little bit. I do, yes. Our discussions are often creative, and there are lots of good ideas floated which promise good things for the future. Let's go with that. You don't have much of a reputation to speak of, and many people have expressed surprise that you've taken over as Sheffield United manager. Can a little-known manager such as yourself really run a club like this? I consider myself entirely appropriate for the job. I don't believe reputation has a part to play in this. Some might have preferred a more recognisable name, but they've got me and we'll have to get used to it as I'm here to stay. I know I'm playing catch-up against more illustrious my more illustrious contemporaries, so let's get to work. I don't believe reputation has... Well, it does. I consider myself entirely appropriate for this job. Do you have any plans for your backroom team? I'm going to rely on the staff that are already here to help me hit the ground running. It's something I intend to review and will be making changes where necessary. Having trusted staff will go a long way to helping us achieve our goals. I'd expect to see some changes so that we can get down to work as quickly as possible. I'm not going to change everything in one fell swoop, but over time I'll assemble a team of staff that will be as good as any. I think it's something I need to review and we'll be making changes where necessary. Clearly I have lofty ambitions and hiring you is said to be the latest step in meeting them. Well, that's contradictory to what you just said to me. You're the right person to deliver on their apparent promise, especially in the short term. I'm confident in my managerial skills and hopefully they mesh well with this fantastic club. I'm honoured to have been asked to guide this great club towards their goals and firmly hope we can experience some fantastic moments together. Let's do that. How much do you think is needed to bring the squad up to standard? I'm inheriting a terrific squad and I'm exceptionally lucky in that regard. This is what I'm looking forward to discovering. This club has a high standard of player, and I trust them to achieve the targets we set ourselves. I'm going to smile warmly when I say that. Do you have a good sense yet of how Sheffield United players feel about your appointment? I think there's a buzz around the place, an opportunity for everyone to have a fresh start, and the players appreciate that. From what I've already seen, there's a real hunger of everyone to show what they can do. Only very briefly, and I can't comment properly on the mood in the dressing room yet, but I'm sure I'll find out. They're obviously wary of a new manager and all that goes with that, so I know I have to earn their respect. That's an interesting one. We've not been able to get together yet, but I'm excited for when we do. Okay, let's smile warmly so they know I'm not taking the mickey. And tell them that I'm aware of it. Would you like to say anything to the Sheffield United fans? Smile warmly. The fans will play a massive part. They'll come here in their numbers, they'll follow us around the country in all weather, and we'll need that. I have to show the fans that I'm the right person to manage this team, and I intend to do that. Yes. Where do you think you can take this club? We'll aim for the stars because I don't know how to do anything other than try to be the very best. I really believe in the club's long-term vision, and I think we're well placed to be successful. Yeah, that's the sensible one. Let's go with that. What can Sheffield United players expect from you in training? They can't. I'm not going to be there. I don't like managers who run their players into the ground. We'll work hard for sure, but we'll be smart about it and make sure we're listening to the players. I think there has to be balance. There's no point overworking the players in training and having them suffer on match day. Make demands. I don't think anyone has ever been successful without hard work, and we need to be prepared to suffer for our rewards. We have to put the work in. That doesn't mean we're going to run until our legs fall off. We'll have to show that sort of commitment. Okay, so I like this attitude the most, but I'm not running training, so I don't want it to be a soft training schedule, so that doesn't actually come to fruition, and I'm just upsetting the players by saying we're going to make you work hard, and we don't actually. I'm going to say there's got to be balance. Are you looking towards the likes of Austin Trusty as a focal point of this team now? He's a tremendous player, and he'll be integral to our chances of success. I know the potential he has within him, and I'll definitely be working to help him reach it. That's what I'm going for. Love him. Will John Egan remain your captain? Absolutely. He's captain for a reason, and that's not going to change. Thank you, everyone. That's all the questions we have time for today. Okay. No relationships with them. And these are just notable highlights. Very exciting. It's a great club, and I can't wait to get stuck in. Fantastic. Intra-squad friendly team selection. So that's been arranged for today. It will take place at Shirecliffe, and we'll kick off shortly. In line with my responsibilities, I will handle this and all the other friendlies on your behalf. Cheers, Macca. Let me know how it goes, pal. Ollie Mack. Ollie Mack scored, and then a Jordi Amissa own goal. Will Asula getting a consolation for the second 11. What is happening, Blades? And welcome to the Blades Ramble. We are going to jump back into Football Manager, but before we do, I told you, I warned you at the beginning of this series, I am not an expert at these things. I'm not an expert, so I don't expect anybody to want quality, seamless, smooth flowing series. We are on a journey together. And what has happened here is the game crashed, the beta crashed, and then I restarted the game, started again, no problem, pick up where we left off. I had to get us, before I'd saved it, I had to get us back up to the point where we were, got us there, no problem, I can work with that. And then I started recording again and carried on for an hour or so, recording really good content actually. We're really pleased with some of the stuff that we've done. And then when I come to stop the recording, I'll just check that everything is still running smoothly. I'm still on the recorded screen of the crashed game. So the crash report has been what's on screen, and I've been talking over it without recording the actual screen of the game. I can only blame myself. I'd like to blame someone else, but I can't. So we have progressed slightly in the game from where you last remembered, and I will now get you up to speed on where we were. So join us as I try and unravel this absolute mess that I've created. But that's what we like on this channel. And if you like flawed creators, then please do give us a like, comment and subscribe, and we will jump back into the game now. So here we are. We have basically gone through a whole raft of transfers. We looked at the players that we offered out. We got several offers for. I went through them all. Basically what I was doing, you'll be able to see from some of these here. So we've just had an extra offer in for Sai Sachdev from Spennymoor, but what I wanted to do was first I look at who's offering 100% of the wage contribution, because I want that covered as best I can. Right, so let's give you an example. So Izzy Koulibaly, I like to see who's offering, which clubs are placed highest. So these are all championship offers, so that were fine. I'm eligible. There's nothing between the clubs in terms of the level that they'll be playing. They've all offered 80%, other than Hull and Millwall, who offered 100% of his wages, but they weren't willing to have him as a first team regular, whereas Plymouth and Coventry were the only two that were. The rest were offering him in a squad place. So because I think that was the best loan deal for Izzy, that's what we've taken. And it's the same, we've had loan offers for all these boys down here. Curtis is, we rejected several offers for Curtis. He's now out on loan, which it doesn't show there, does it? It shows the 6 rejected. I'm sure he'd gone out on loan. Oh, well, it might just be accepted. Anyway, so there we go. Will Asula, we've accepted an offer from Portsmouth because they wanted him as an important member of their first team. QPR offered more at a higher level, but he was just going to be involved in the squad game, whereas he's going to be an important player for Portsmouth. I want him playing and getting that game time. So that's what's happened in terms of the transfers. So you can see that in terms of the contracts here, Havenhand's moved to Farsley. So I don't know why he didn't show him as being at Farsley. So look, yeah, loan contract at Farsley, that's fine. They're paying his full wages, look, that's good. So Georgie Baldock has penned a new 3-year deal. He's delighted to be staying at Sheffield United due to a strong passion for the club. Did he actually say on his information that he loves us? Yeah, he loves being at Sheffield United. Don't know why these two would be involved, because he's a blade, let's be right. He's good mates with Sander Berger. Disappointing. Johnny Egan has committed to the club. He very much appreciated the interest expressed in signing him. This has had an impact on our budget, which has now been knocked down only because of our player dealings, really, and our contract renewals. In terms of staffing, we've had a lot of staffing join us during the game that never was. Unbelievable, isn't it, this? So these are all the existing deals that had already gone out. So I think in the last one you could go to staff. Transfers in, transfers out. There's nothing showing there, which is a bit concerning, because I've definitely brought more staff in. I can just show you the staff if you want. Look, we've got a full complement almost. We're in negotiations with more, because I've asked Prince Abdullah for more staff. I wanted a set piece coach, and I'm in negotiations ongoing with more staff. You can tell this is the beta version, because look, obviously our levels have come up significantly, which is great. You can tell this is the beta version because there's still a few bits to iron out, which is quite frustrating. Okay, so we're just going to jump straight back into the game where we were. United matches picked for television. Sheffield United Brighton, Luton Sheffield United, United Villa, and our visit to the City Ground to play Forest. We'll receive around 4.6 million in television money for the matches. That's good. Nickerson Gomez is going to go to Wealdstone. That's good. Make a parting comment. This is for your development, Nickerson. Go and smash it, pal. Ryan One going to Dagenham. That's really good. Except I'm going to set a loan target for him. I'd like to set you a target for your loan spell. If you can prove yourself, I'll give you more playing time when you come back. So what am I going to say to him? He'll hear me out. How much playing time would you offer me? If you can prove yourself, I'll make you chance to make an impact from the fringes of the squad when you come back. If you can prove yourself during your loan spell, I'll make you get to be an impact sub when you come back. That's probably most likely, isn't it? I'd like to see you play consistently at a high level out on loan. If you can do that, I'll make sure you get your chances back here. Suggest a match rating target, suggest a goal target, and suggest an assist target. We'll go for a match rating target. If he gets to 7.5, that doesn't work for me. I'll always be fighting an uphill battle to get there. Okay, we'll go for a fairer target of 7. That's better, thanks. I'll see you later. I don't want to upset one of our highest prospects. Okay. So the outcome: achieve an average rating of 7 in competitive first team matches. That's his target, and if the outcome will be, I'll increase his playing time to be an impact sub on his return from loan. That's good. I like that. They don't want to give me more physios. That's absolutely fine, Prince Abdullah. I accept that. Did I get... I want to compile match reports on right now on here. That's good. Recruitment meeting, squad planner. Oh my goodness me. Oh, it's a meeting with the Prince. I can't sideswipe this one. I can decline to attend. I don't think it's wise. So let's go. Expiring contracts. Skip to expiring contracts. Recruitment meeting. No recruitment focus is currently set for this position. Create a new focus. Goalkeeper. Transfer and loan. Minimum current ability. I want him to be better than Wes. But obviously, minimum potential ability. Yeah, let's have him as a 4. I want him to be fairly young. Areas. Priority is a standard priority, yeah, because Wes is decent. Assigned scout. Who's our best scout? It's Wally. Let's go for Wally. Okay, won't let me do that. Assign any scouts. No. Let's assign any, because it's not the priority position, is it? Assigned analyst. Assign any analyst, that's fine. Set the minimum proficiency for the role. Good. Okay, I'm alright with that. Can we just have a standard goalkeeper? Yeah, okay, it's just goalkeeper name. Right. So I don't know where it logs that. I've not highlighted it. There we go. So John Egan's the main boy. Anel, trust it. That's right. I want to create a new focus though, because John Egan is 30. He is currently 3.5 stars. Let's go for someone to at least match him, and potentially can become better than him. So again, I want somebody fairly young, because we're looking at longer term. It's a top priority for me, this. And I want my best boy on it. I want the Wally boy. Require a minimum of 2 scouts. So we'll get scouts, get him and Tommy on it. Can have any analyst on it. I'm not precious. Let's be honest, I don't really know how they work. Okay, we'll go with that. I'm not going to waste too much more time on this. Youth prospects. Right, what's this mean? Evan Easton is the strongest player we currently have in this position. Oh, in that position, right? Okay, that's cool. We'll skip to expiring contracts for now. Bash, Bogues. We're talking to Bogues, aren't we? That's okay. The rest, we're talking to McBurney, talking to Reese, but I think he rejected us from memory. Okay. Rest I'm comfortable with. Laster I want to talk to. Amissa, Nebi, Koulibaly. Okay. 11. Teams. Stafford Clark looks decent. Curtis. Matt Waldron. Okay. Skip to player status. Recap of the players we're looking to offer for transfer or loan. Attracting interest. Listed players. No listed senior team. Oh, that's because I've not done it to 21s. Don't show first team players only. These are our listed players. No transfer activity. Skip to recruitment focuses. No, I'm not particularly bothered about either of them. Recruitment focuses. Yeah, these two are created by me. End the meeting. Jackie Waldron, important player. Chippenham are in the National League South. What are Jackie Waldron's current club levels that we're offering him out to? So Blythe and Tamworth, I think they're in North, aren't they? They are both offering 100% of his wages. But he's going to be an important player for them, and it's the same sort of level. So for the 5 of that, I'm going to lose a week. I'll accept that. Just because he's going to get higher. Booyaboo, a booyaboo. No, it's not good enough offer for me. Francis, no. Let's stick to what we've got. Training camp to be decided. Auto select who's going to the Netherlands and include our youth prospects. Like to do that. Get them involved. McBurney signs a new 3-year deal. That's good. And I think we're going to struggle now with wages. Yes, we are. But this will help because 3.6k a week is going back on, with Will Asula joining Portsmouth. Set loan target for Asula. I'd like to set you a target for your loan spell. Impact sub. I'll make you seen as a squad player when you come back. I'd like to see you get a decent match rating now. I don't want to go too high. It's too high. Stick to 7. He likes that. Okay. And I want match reports on Will Asula. So when that all gets done, which it has, I'm over. Oh, it's because Jebo's just signed a new deal, isn't it? Certain set to sign for them. That's good. Sending you out for your progress. Jebo signs a new deal at 8k a week. I can't remember what he were on previously. That's good though, and he's now going to go. I'm going to give him a full wage. I don't think the 100% is probably what they agreed to, but I accept that. And I'm going to set a loan target for him too. I'm going to say the same thing. Okay, I'll leave it there, make the most deal. I'd rather not discuss that now. Wow, okay. Yes, I think it'll provide me the opportunity to flourish, you miserable git. Right, match reports on Mardy. On Mardy Bum, and we'll keep going. Jebo is on loan at Rotherham, that's good. Siddy Peck. Can't promise you that I'll be including you in the squad. Our central midfield is so packed, Siddy. Walking a fine line with that wage budget. Right, are there any more ongoing transfers that need to be done? Hide inactive deals. Yep, there's a few, isn't there? No, we need some players to go out. So the potential wages saved of 13k a week, which isn't going to be enough to offer our boys a deal. So what we need to do is get rid of Flecky, Low, and Aussie. Come on, boys, get gone. Obviously, it's add to unwanted list. That's what we want. Sell for any price? No. Sell for half value. Let's go with that first. Just call me whenever you want me. Buxton, what level are you at? National League North. No, I'm not going to get into minutiae of this. I've already sorted all my loans out, unless it's a belter of a deal. Like Eastleigh, I think Sai Sachdev's wages are going to be covered. Let's just reject everybody. If you didn't come in before and you can't have been that bothered, no offers for 3 players. Oh, Blackburn are on it. Come on, boys and girls. Right. It's a case now of just getting him off the wage budget, which is something I said Hecky should do at the beginning of the season. I don't want to hire an intermediary. I want to offer him out for next to no. Technical director instructions. Yes, do as I ask. Paid a fortune. Unwanted list. Asking price. 1 mil. Sell for 500k. Sell for whatever we can get. Sell, sell, sell. These are not the boys that are going to see me through. Right. Surely somebody's interested at that. Boateng's trial's coming to an end. I want to get rid of these players first. Set piece coach is coming in, that's good. Let's edit coach assignments and ask him to be assigned. Yeah, so finally we've got somebody decent on set pieces. Bergkamp move delayed due to work permit, that's fine. If you don't give me a work permit for Dennis Bergkamp, you're absolutely balmy. Okay. Oh no, I'm just seeing the top one. Sachdev, fringe player. Don't think so, pal. He's nobody's fringe player. I don't care what league you're playing in at the minute. Nope. Nope. Maidstone International. Nope. Jackie Waldron. Nope. Bogle. You are a bumper deal. You are at. What have I done there? Why have I done that? Why have I done that? He is now our highest paid player. And he's not even a first teamer. What a ridiculous move. Retains a release clause. Is that something you're comfortable with? We all know what kind of can happen. We're prepared to take that risk, but in general, I'm satisfied. I'm not. That's a lie. But I'm doing a Hecky and playing the press. I am massively over budget now. What have I done? What have I done? Idiot. Sell, sell, sell. Gone through 17 suggestions. As if I can get anywhere near Carlos Alcaraz. I don't want an induction here. I want to see if I can get rid of some of my highest earners. I don't want to promise easier place in the team because I can't guarantee I'll give him it. Jerome's gone. I still might be able to sign him, but let's see how Andre does out at Bristol. Please sign John Fleck. Please sign Ben Osborne. Booyah boo, a booyah boo. No, you're not playing fringe to anybody. You're not going to be a fringe. What is it with all these fringe players? Nope. Sariki to Donny. I like that. That's a good move. Waldron. Yeah, that's fine. Straightforward transfer. That nice loan for him at Tamworth. Macedo. Going to Hereford. I'm alright with that. That sort of level I'm not that bothered about match reports. Kings Lynn like you wanted, old Georgie boy. Okay. So that's more players out, but I bet we're still over. Yeah, 10-3 over. It's that ridiculous Bogle contract. What am I doing? Now let's offer these boys out for transfer, as we've tried to do. Easton's going to Dagenham and Redbridge to be a regular starter. Happy with that. That's a good deal. I do want to see how he's doing, to be honest. So let's watch him. Yeah. Booyah boo, a booyah boo. And Crew. That's good. Good move for him at Crew. Sai Sachdev going to Rochdale. I'm alright with that as well. Where Femi Sariki didn't have the best of seasons last time, but they changed formation on him. Went to a flat back four and it just didn't suit him. Outlined our match preparation for the upcoming game against Dordrecht. Right, okay. I'm going to play this game, or simulate this game, and then we'll wrap it up there. So I've actually played a lot longer than you've seen. No, they're not good enough offers, I'm afraid. So we will skip on. Max Lowe, we've finally had an offer for Max Lowe, that's good. What's his wages? 20k, that will see us over the line. It won't mean we can get somebody like Boateng in, but at least we're going to be back in the green, or the black, whatever you want to call it. Pitton, another good loan move for him. We'll simulate this friendly, because Macca's going to be the one that oversees it, and then we'll call it a day. Buyaboo gets a 7.2 for his first appearance at wing-back for Crewe in a 2-0 win over Nantwich. And Marcus Dewhurst didn't quite get a clean sheet against Trafford. A 6.8 when he knows that the target is a straight 7. Evan Easton was one of the players to make a real difference for Dagenham. I like that. 7.6. Willa Sula didn't really do the business in a 90-minute performance against Eastleigh for Portsmouth. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. How did we get on? So we played Dordrecht, didn't we? Or whatever they're called. There we go. Oh, we're playing tonight. So there we go. We've played now. How did we get on? The Blades secure victory. Like that. John Egan started us off. Then Tom Davis. Then they got one back. We went in front with a penalty through Benny Traore. 3-1 up. And Cody Neese pulled one back to make it an interesting last 15-20 minutes. Okay. There were an L that allowed him in to score. Score with a penalty into bottom corner. This is good. I like this. Tom Davis was the player of the match. We absolutely hammered him. Look at that. 64% possession, 3.39 XG, 20 shots. It's an absolute annihilation, isn't it? So that'll do for today, I think. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you do like what we're doing on the channel, please do like, comment, and consider subscribing. We have got a target of 5k before Christmas Day, but whether we get there or not remains to be seen. So thank you, and join us again where we'll jump into some more Football Manager. But for now, come on, you red and white wizards, up the Blades.